There's all behind me. This time the key goes into my coin purse for safekeeping. It's easy enough to follow the sluggish river that spills Iridia into Castle Bridge, arches over the dark water below. I cross as quickly as I can, climbing ever uphill toward the distant tower. Hours, hours later, legs aching, sweat beading on my forehead, I finally find what I was searching for. I'm so scared of this place, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, water break. Water, everyone, drink water. Water. Drink your waters. The centerbeam of the luminous void. It stands at the highest point of Iridia, surrounded by cold white walls, while dressed people stroll down the walkways, paying no attention to the massive tower in their midst. I'm the only one standing before the gates. I crane my neck up and up until the top of the centerbeam tower disappears into the clouds overhead. No, overhead. My stomach gives an uneasy lurch, though far grander than the humble shrine of my youth. The centerbeam gives the same impression of being a gilded birdcage. Yeah, that is scary. Knocking seems like a terrible idea, but I don't see any other way of making my presence known. I'm halfway up the steps when something moves in my peripheral vision. Shadowy figure crouches beneath one of the white walls. They reach out and tug on a vine, as if testing its strength. Oi, you there! Shadow vanishes as quickly as I stopped it, and a gaunt-faced man in a crisp cordial uniform marches up the steps towards me. Another tourist. Get out of here once you're done gawking. A dismissive wave accompanies his equally dismissive words, and he turns on his heels without even waiting for an answer from me. I look back at where I saw the intruder, but there is nothing, just the leaves blowing gently in a cool breeze. I step away from the gates, hopelessness washing over me. Hello? A whisper so close I can feel the warm rush of breath on my skin. I instinctively jerk away, but there is no one beside me. Halfway down the staircase, I spot a woman swaying in the breeze. She is gaunt as a rail, her blouse moth-eaten. I'm unable to take my eyes off her, not because of the way she smiles a little too wildly, or the way her tousled braids look unbrushed for days, but because her eyes shine a vibrant, unnatural crimson. I'm both entranced and unsettled by their subtle glow. These days you will need a miracle to get in there. I'm unsure how to respond or even if I should. Her gaze is uncomfortably fixed on me, heavy as lead. Respond sarcastically, say nothing. After the experience I just had, I'm not too keen on indulging strangers with small talk. Despite my silence, she maintains on her unflinching stare and smile. Lucky for you, I have miracles for free. Whatever she is selling, I'm not interested. My words come out in a tired breath. No thanks. I start down the stairs, but she abruptly steps into my path. She turns her back to me, and before I can react, she slips her fingers under the lacing of her collar, stripping out of her blouse in broad daylight. What are you? As warm fabric unveils bare skin, my panic is smothered by cold horror. A misshapen, sunken scar carves into the woman's body. Pitted, gnarled skin snags down her shoulders, blooming from a gaping hole in the back of her neck. Shuddering dread escapes me. The fuck? Whatever disease this woman had ate away at her from the inside out. Ugh. How is she able to move or breathe? It's impossible. She shouldn't be alive, and yet. The power to cure anything can be yours too. The power of the sea spring. The woman slides back into her blouse and deftly laces it up. If I caught your interest, then follow me. It's only a short walk away. I don't think we should follow. Without another glance, she strolls down the cinebeam stairs, loose braids bobbing behind her. The edge of her scarf peeks out from her undercollar. I stand there, wordless, until I manage to regain my bearings. It's a twisted miracle, but a miracle nonetheless. This could be the stupidest decision in my life, but what choice do I have? I take a final look at the Cinebeam's shut gates, then follow her down the steps. Dude, we don't even know what this thing does. No. We descend from the high streets, leaving behind their gilded descendants as we cross the river. The wet derelict districts feel more familiar to me, but the Crimson-Eyed Woman takes me farther, then farther still, until I'm wet with an all too familiar side. I was thinking the exact same thing. I didn't want to follow her. Shady woman with a shady cultist pyramid scheme. Yeah, we are basically getting lured into something. My gut lurches when I face the open horizon. The city's outskirts are hardly recognizable in daylight, and probably safer for it. But venturing beyond Aridia's walls is a gamble I wasn't prepared to take so soon. Keep going straight and the sea spring will reveal itself to you. I bark out a bitter laugh, loud and involuntarily. This is a setup. I'm scared. This has to be a setup. As soon as I step out there, some friends of yours will ambush and mug me. If I wanted something from you, I would have already have it. Someone else said this to us. Who was that? She says it too lightly, I almost believe her, even if she looks as physically capable as a toothpick. You're as safe inside the city as outside of it. Truthfully, the territory before you is the safest of all. What do you mean, territory? Hi, Steve. Welcome. How are you? Hope you are having a lovely day. We are playing this game. We kind of have a curse that we are trying to find a cure for. We met with three lovely, handsome men, and now we are following a strange lady. Definitely not gonna die. Thank you for the emote, by the way. Thank you. That's so cute. This region belongs to Ice. Most people know him as a gang leader, but he's much more than that. Wait, how do we read it again? Sounds like Ace. Oh, okay. We are just going to say Ace then. I wouldn't call Weir lovely. Well, he is something. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. I screamed against the empty wastelands. Only a fool or someone with nothing to lose would leave the city. Apparently, I'm both. But if this sea spring cured her, I need to see what it can do for me. Who was your favorite, Shin? I forgot. I set off into the waste. Over my shoulder, the woman calls after me. Good luck, Rafe. I hope we meet again. Yeah, I hope not. My heart pumps with each step I take from civilization. It doesn't take me long to realize it's not the only heartbeat I hear. Like a nagging thought at the back of my mind, I can sense another pulse drumming through the earth beneath my feet. I want to be in a trouble with Vera and Ace. Okay. We will meet Ace in a bit. I'm excited. I felt this presence before when I first stepped out of Crush's clinic, a living dread coursing underneath the city. Only this time I'm getting closer to it. For what seems like an eternity, I force each foot forward. One step, then another, until a realization hits me. I never told the woman my name. Oh, something pierces the horizon ahead of me. A building nestled into a tall cliffside, but so starkly out of place it might as well be a hallucination. It drips with the honeyed mahogany, an ornate jewel of I can speak. A rough dark of silhouettes stand out on the horizon. Trees, I think, until I'm close enough to realize that what I mistook for branches were spikes and jutting tendrils. Soulless. Several of them watch me in the distance like statues. I don't think, I just run, exploding into a messy sprint. I push my legs as fast as I am. They will take me towards that decorated building. Flashes of last night chase me, the gushes of blood and screams of death, the smell of burning flesh and sour bile. I can't go through that again. I won't. The next thing I know, I'm dashing up the wooden stairs and crashing through towering double doors. I gasp for air, my lungs burning from exhaustion. I'm desperate to be safe, but when I process my surroundings, it's more hellscape than sanctuary. Blood flows all around me, overwhelming my vision with a lurid, unholy red. Instinctively, my hand leaps to my mouth, but the rotten stench of blood never comes. Instead, a smoky scent hangs in the air, sharp and spiced. I swallow thickly, convincing myself that it's not as gruesome as it appears. This has to be the sea spring, the place that grants miracles. Pulling my eyes away from the pool, I take in the rest of my environment. Tall pillars flank me, blanketed in written notes. Seating clothes scatter the floor. A rustic kettle sits nearby. Someone must live here, despite how eerily empty it is. Cola, stay silent. Hmm. Let me just save this, just in case. I mean, I would probably stay silent and try to find more things, but we are already fucked, so we might as well call out. Saving is cheating? No, the game itself said save a lot, so I'm not cheating, alright? um, I'm gonna call out actually. Fuck it. Hello, is anyone here? My voice echoes across the cavern without response. I approach the paper covered pillars. Maybe something here can tell me more. I reach for topmost, the closest one, the bottommost. The topmost, because we are always on top, you know? Wink, wink. I reach for a note that's higher up. It reads, no one will read this, but it's not for anyone else. This is evidence I exist in this rotten, grim world. Whoa, that's helping us a lot. This is not depressive at all. Even so, I wish I could have stayed longer. The boat girl will be lonely without me. I should have told her why. The rest is stretched out. I wonder who wrote this. Before I can ponder it further, a sharp chill runs down my spine. Something is watching me. Fuck. I quickly set the note back, my eyes darting around the wooden deck, but it's still empty. Finally, I look towards the sea spring. That stillness hides something deeper, something wrong. Something familiar. It's watching me. Hey. I spin around and come face to face with a pack of soulless. Oh, whoa. They chitter and growl, tendrils and spikes flaring threateningly. All different size and species, but sharing one identical trait. Glowing crimson eyes. What in number one is right? I try to back away, but my heel teeters over the sea spring. I'm cornered. Watch your step, it's deeper than it looks. That voice again. At the sound of it, the soulless freeze, their snarls quieting. Hoti number one! I search for the voice's source and find it above me, longing in the rafters. Hello? And he calls us little sparrow. God damn! Poopa with no jump scare. Why is he up there? This is the one I like. No wonder, no wonder. He is hot. Okay. You look lost, little sparrow. His gaze is a violent crimson, one that sears through me, leaves me feeling raw and exposed. They're the same eyes I've seen over and over, first with the scared woman, now with the soulless circling me, all bound by this sea spring's blood red. Meow? Oh wait, I don't have a cat. What was that? I'm dying. That was your other cat. In the shroud of darkness behind him, shapes like massive tentacles twist and coil around the wooden beams. I can't focus. The soulless growls ring in my ears. They're not advancing, but that could change at any second. Panic rises in my throat as I struggle to track them. Hey, eyes on me. Oh goddamn. Okay? Okay? My stomach rolls as I tear my eyes from the soulless. Don't ignore someone who is talking to you. It's not polite. Was that yours, cat? Oh my god. For a moment, anger knocks my fear aside. Who's this bastard? I'm distracted. Fuck you. Hmm. Really say, like, you can't. Anyway, I'm not going to voice my options. Do we say fuck you? I think we do, right? Because I think be hard to get. Yeah. Okay, I'm saying fuck you. Let me save this. Fuck you. I look right into his unnerving eyes, holding his gaze defiantly. Fuck you. Is that better? Quick grin cracks across his face. We will work on it. The fact that his name bastard. I scan the soulless again. They really aren't attacking, posturing more than anything else, almost as if they're waiting for commands. Did you tame them? Power of the sea spring. They're hungry, so they might bite. Could give me a reason to stop them. Bitch. How about I didn't do anything wrong? Trespassing. And that's punishable by death? He gives a noncommittal shrug. I called out I called out earlier to see anyone was here. Were we supposed to play hide and seek? Didn't hear you. Bullshit. My voice stops in my throat. This man's coolness is both I can't. Infuriating and terrifying. I've racked my brain for a way to diffuse the situation. I need help. Tell me what you want. I don't want to say I need help. You'll be like, so what? Tell me what you want. Okay, I guess I'm saying tell me what you want. I'm not sure. I need help because this pussy is on fire. The killing department. Oh my god, you. Okay, I will let you guys choose this one because I'm honestly so indecisive. Which one should I pick? Second? Okay. Don't be a beggar, yeah. Tell me what you want. I'm not in the mood for guessing games. Your hands. Alarm jolts through me. I hide my hands under my cloak. Show me. Why? Won't ask twice. With a sharp huff, I reluctantly hold out my bandaged hands. What? Are you getting off on this? Unwrap them. He rushes to my face and fires to my tongue. I should give him a piece of my mind, but not when his soul is on command from ripping me to the shreds. Yet no matter how much I will myself to move, my body is frozen in place. I stand there for a long agonizing minute. My hands are trembling when I finally raise them. I know the skin beneath the wrappings all too well. The hideous, unnatural flesh I've grown to despise. I grip the edge of the bandages. Stop. With a weary sigh, the man slides off the beam and lands with a thud that shakes the panels underfoot. He's a monster with an imposing figure that towers over me. I couldn't tell how tall he was before, but he is big. Illuminated by the lantern light, his features are stronger, sharper. Subtle clanks of metal accompany each of his footsteps. The closer he gets to me, the faster my heart hitches. What does he want? Is he going to kill me? I step backwards and find nothing to set my foot on. I forgot my back was to the sea spring. I fall right before a warm hand catches my lower back. I'm hovering above the sea spring, the scent of smoke and leather enveloping me. Blazing crimson eyes bore into mine. Told you to watch your step. I'm too stunned to muster a response. I'm kicking my feet right now. Like I weigh nothing, he guides me back to the solid ground and steps back. Following a subtle gesture from his fingers, the souls around us disperse and relax. The shift in their demeanor is so abrupt it gives me a whiplash. Enormous tentacles are no longer in the rafters, though now I doubt I ever saw them at all. Either way, I exhale a breath of relief. Thanks. As focused on me as he was before, the monster pays no attention to me now. He kicks some seething pillows out of the walkways, checks the contents of the kettle with a skull. Sudden disregard is almost insulting. So, that's it? I'm not a threat anymore? Never were one. Then why'd you threaten me? People get honest when they're afraid. In other words, he was messing with me. I drag a hand over my face, exhausted by the fact that this is the second time a monster has provoked me today. You're ace, aren't you? Depends who is asking. One of your friends told me this was your territory. She also said you were a gang leader. There is no one else here. I thought there would be more people. Ace picks up the kettle and walks to the edge of the sea spring, then dumps out of the contents into the endless red. Gang took a walk. Oh, he's so cute when he smiles. His pleasant smile stretches across his face, ear to ear. Then in an instant it drops. I get the sense that I shouldn't ask about his gang again. What do you need to see Spring's power for? Depends. Can it cure a curse? Probably. You mean you don't know? Nope. He shakes out the empty kettle and starts collecting stray cups, tidying up. My frustration builds. I narrow my eyes at him in a questioning glare. When he notices, he returns it with an amused smirk. Are you being irritating on purpose? Listen, Sparrow, the sea spring can cure anything. Nothing's stopping you from trying it for yourself. What do I have to do? Drink. I have to drink from the sea spring? My eyes glide to the blood-like pool beside us. The idea of ingesting the strange liquid makes my guts churn. Is there a price? Always. Ace taps his temple with a finger. You lose it a little bit. That's it, might have already beat it to the punch. My humor earns me an amused faint grin. Hmm, this is a little different. When you drink from the sea spring, you forget who you are. Your mind combines with everyone who ever drank before. Humans, monsters, soulless, one big happy family in your head. Oh, that's not good. My blood runs cold. I heard of these before. Group minds. My attendants used to tell me that my power granted people access to a higher plane of understanding. Group mind of my own making. All lies. But something tells me this is real, even if one thing doesn't add up. Your eyes are red too, but you obviously haven't forgotten who you are. Before I can finish my sentence, Ace strides past me towards the entrance. Time's up, let's finish this later. Wait, already? You barely told me anything. Came on a bad day, I got somewhere to be. There is still so many questions burning on the tip of my tongue, but my frustration spills out before any of them. I was told to come here for help, but instead I get threatened and kicked out. You're joking, right? Watch your tone. I'm nice, but you don't want to ruin the host's mood. My skin prickles. The feeling of being watched washes over me again. My eyes dart back over to the sea spring. A lone ripple dances on the quiet surface. I take Ace's advice and clap my mouth shut. Ace approaches a nearby Solus, a lanky dog-like one with 6 legs and a crown of tendrils. Several sets of crimson eyes adorn its sides. Its forked tail wags rapidly when Ace squats beside it. He runs his finger through the tendrils, scratches his chin, and pats his head. It's like his pet, princess. A gentle smile plays across Ace's lips. The affection he holds for the soulless is painfully clear. I dip my eyes away, my stomach fluttering at the tender side. It's getting dark out, so this pretty girl will guide you back. Following a short whistle from Ace's lips, it trots over to the entrance obediently, tail swaying. I watch the soulless barely. Pretty is not a word I would use to describe it, and the idea of it protecting me sounds absurd. If I decide to drink, how should I find you? Find someone with eyes like mine, they will point you in the right direction. But think it over, once you drink, you can't go back. Is this really worth it? I would rather not touch anyone with my hands. To have like monsters and people in my head. It's a lot to process, but I give a small nod. At least I know I have another option for a cure, as disturbing as it may be. I follow the solace at a measured distance and watch it nudge the giant doors open with ease. When I'm about to cross the threshold, I sneak one last glance behind me. My heart skips when I meet Ace's eyes. I'm about to snap my head away, but he just flashes me an easy smile. Then next time, Sparrow, I will buy you a drink for scaring you. Ooh, I don't trust myself to do anything but respond with another nod. Okay, water time. Water, water. Outside, more crimson-eyed souls scuttle about. It's hard to believe it's the same threatened and pack from before. They chase each other in circles, roll around the bug's mud. Balboa. They pay no attention to me as the dog-like one escorts me away. It's an uneventful trip. Sometimes the soulless looks over its shoulder at me to make sure I'm still following. Dusk darkens the sky by the time we reach the city. I can't sense that massive heartbeat anymore. Maybe it was all in my head. The soulless sits and looks at me expectantly with familiar crimson eyes. I mean, we do have a trauma. We do have a trauma of soulless, but I'm going to pet it anyway. As nervous as I am, I carefully glide my fingers through the soulless tendrils and scratch beneath its chin, just like Asad. It pushes into my palm in response, rumbling with a sound akin to a purr. The vibrations are soothing, almost healing my fatigue. When it's satisfied, the soulless spins around and scampers back into the direction we came, vanishing into the darkness. She's cute. Barely my first day in India, and I already encountered so many things I thought were impossible. Tame soulless being one of them. My head spins. Maybe I should call it a day. Nightfall creeps across the streets of India. The city, even in daytime, has become a variant of treacherous alleyways. The streets are completely deserted. If I hadn't been here earlier, I would have thought this part of the city abandoned. I make my way through the winding streets, doing my best to keep my bearing towards the wet wick. My wet my steps slow when I hear rustling in the dark. I strain my ears, but everything is still. Is the silence playing tricks on me? Something is wrong. Fine hairs on the back of my neck prickle, a vision of discomfort running down my spine. Something is very wrong. My eyes dart from one side of the street to the other, searching for movement, but the shadows are deep and dark as pools of ink, and I see nothing. I can't stay here. I need to reach a busier part of the city. Drawing my cloak tight around my body, I hurry on my way. Though I keep my eyes sharp and listen intently, there is only the sound of my own footsteps. As the moments pass and nothing happens, I begin to wonder, maybe I really did imagine that noise. I turn the next corner and my thoughts come screaming to a halt. My head spins, the world blurring as adrenaline rushes through my veins. Only one thing is clear amidst the haze. Souls that attacked the caravan. What the? It's crouched over a dark instinct shape, a body. Garland of intestines spills from pallid flesh. Blood groats the cobblestones. For a mercy, the Solus is too distracted by his meal to have noticed me. My feet feel as heavy as stones, but I can't just stand here. Holding my breath, I take a step backwards. When the wet, slurping sounds don't abate, I take another, then another. Fuck. Then a shard of glass crunches under my heel. The world seems to slow to a crawl as the Solus raises its head, blood dripping from its tendrils. Every single one of its bulging eyes fixed unblinkingly on me. It's really here. It's come back. It's came back for me. Run. I'm off like a shot, running away for my life through the darkened streets. That scared me. Behind me, a piercing bass splits the silence, and heavy footfalls pound after me. My heart thunders in my chest. I take turns at random, trying to lose it in the maze of trees, but I can't seem to shake it. I can hear his breathing now, a wet spluttering rasp, growing closer and closer. The same claws that severed my arm swipe out. I duck, saved by a pure reflex, skid around the corner. I take 3 running strides before the bottom drops out of my stomach. A wall twice as high as me bars my way. A dead end. When I turn around, the soulless blooms in the entry to the alleyway. It's no longer running, it doesn't have to. As it prowls closer, my thoughts race. Some of the buildings lining the streets are lit. There must be people inside. It's a long shot, but okay, this is important actually. I feel like people won't give a shit. No one would go out. So I'm gonna try the nearest door, I think. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, we can always go back to our save. I reel, grabbing at the handle of the closest door. It turns completely, the hinges creaking as I push. And I feel a flash of hope before a weight hits the door from the other side, and it slams shut. Bitch! The click of the lock turning grimly final. In this wretched world, people will stick their neck out to help their own flesh and blood. Never mind a stranger. Solace gives a rasping hiss. It's the only warning I get before it lunges for me with a flash of claws. Hurl myself to the side, but the slick cobblestones betray me. I fall, sprawling over the rough stone. As the solace looms over me, I scramble away from it until my back hits the wall. There is nowhere left to go. People don't want to die, probably. Yeah. It descends on me for the kill. Surely we didn't die. But the impact never comes. Someone saved us. Who is this? Barely crack one eye open, then the other, not sure whether I should believe what I'm seeing. A hooded figure crouches in front of me, one blood-stained hand outstretched. Hello! The guy from the Sebo whatever. Moonlight silvers the edge of their stiletto knife. Their face and hands are spattered with blood, and the soulless. My eyes dart past my unexpected rescuer to the misshapen form behind them. The soulless's many eyes, once restless and vibrant, now look dull and waxy. A red pool spreads slowly from under its body. This is Min. Hold on. Numb with shock, I can't help but stare. It's dead after all the people it's killed, after nearly killing me twice. I can hardly believe it. Min goes by Datum. Oh, love it. Well, I gingerly take the offered hand. The stranger's gaze dips to my bandages. Pale lips part on the brink of a question, then close again. The strains belly in their slight flame. They pull me to my feet. Something about them is strange, unlike any human or monster I ever met. I can't quite place my finger on why. The others are all he, him, right? So far. This is this is the first time we see someone with different pronouns. As soon as I'm on my way to feed again, they pull away from me and start wiping the blood from their face and hands. Stay there. They turn away from me stiffly, leaning over the soulless, scanly body. With their back towards me, I realized that I saw their hooded silhouette at the cenobium. You were at the cenobium, you saved me, you're shorter than I thought. Um, You were at the Cenobium. I seen you before. You were at the Cenobium earlier, weren't you? They cast away look at me. So what if I was? Their harsh response takes me aback. Before I can formulate a response, they continue. What are you thinking traveling alone at night? This is far from the worst thing haunting Lowtown. I can make heads or tails of them. First they say me, and now they scold me. Beyond that goes my daddy papa. Lesson learned, I could do without the lecture though. To my surprise, they break eye contact. Their attention glides back to the soulless's corpse. They examine it with an inscrutable expression. I was thinking that, oh my god, Shin. Our brains work same. I was literally thinking that he gives to Sundara vibes. I clear my throat to fill the silence. Emrafe, Min. Suddenly Min tenses. Their blade flashes as they drive it into the back of the Solnus's neck. The Solus thrashes once, letting out a rattling hiss as the air leaves his lungs, and leans on the blade, driving it deeper and deeper, until there's a sickening crunch, and the creature goes limp. My heart thuds in my chest. It must have been clinging to life by a thread. Min straightens up, withdrawing their blade in a single smooth motion. Better to put wretched things like this out of their misery. They calmly clean the blood from their knife. I swallow, my eyes still glued to the cooling corpse. Why is the soulless inside the city? Min looks at me, eyes searching before the realization dawns. You're new here. There's no walls around the city. Souls can come and go as they please until someone is contracted to stop them. The Cinebeam's patrols don't bother to protect Lowtown. Not anymore. Let me guess, you're not a fan of the Cinebeam. I wouldn't go that far. Their brow abruptly furrows, and they see their knife, motioning for me to follow them. It's not safe here. The vultures can smell that. I'm not quite sure what they mean, but I don't want to stay lost in this city. Trail behind them as they stride down the street. If it's so dangerous, then why are you helping me? I came for the bounty on that soulless, and you were in the way. Not killing you isn't the same as helping you. Don't count on being so lucky again, or you will be dead by sunrise. Their answer is stingingly harsh. You know what? Fine. I just need to find my lodgings. Um, I just need to find my lodgings. I hold my hands up, trying to forestall any more snippy comments. Alright, I get it. I would love to get out of your way, but I'm sort of lost. I just need directions back to my lodgings. What makes you think I will help you? You already helped me once tonight. Why not a second time? That seems to catch them off guard. Their brow knits and they look away, scowling. How troublesome. Rafe? Oh, Crash! I turn, surprised by the voice. Crash walks down the street towards us. His white and gold clothing is pristine, despite the grime of the city. Hello, Min. I see that Soulless was your work. You missed an opportunity to make them blush. Oh, rip. Min shrugs. There's a familiarity to the way they regard each other. I didn't know you had. Why would I say that? You know them, Crash? Min is a freelancer who has done a few errands for me. They are quite reliable. Unreliable freelancers don't eat. Rafe needs to get back to wherever he's staying before he wanders into the jaws of another soulless. It is late. Were you able to find a place to stay, Rafe? I'm staying at the Wetwick. But their faces fall. I see. Would you like a guide? It might be preferable to wandering about alleyways. That would be nice. Min clicks their tongue and sighs, sounding mighty put out. Going to the Mayorless district that Gaudi cesspit? Come this way. Despite Min's clear distaste, when Crush leads me down the street, they keep pace with us. Okay, so Veer doesn't like Crush, and Min doesn't like Leander, is what I'm getting. There's some lore. There's some lore. Catching my curious glance, Min's eyes narrow. It's nice. It's not safe this late. I don't care about you, but Crush is the only doctor worth at them in this place. Are you like this with everyone? The deadpan look Min gives me is answer enough. I catch Crush hiding a slight smile. I express a sigh and resign myself to having a grumpy shadow all the way back to the wetback. The road Crush takes is completely different from my slow meandering earlier in the morning. In no time at all, he cuts through darkened streets and twisting alleys.